Hi friends, it's Richie. Greetings on this fine autumn evening. There are a few things on my mind. Am I in the shot? Am I rolling? Apart from that, I want to spin my usual tale. Our friends, the Draconians, also known as the Reptoids. I want to talk about Jim Morrison, the Lizard King. But before, just about the Reptoid, they don't like reptilian. They tell me that on the psychic realm. We know what a reptile is. Reptoid is more accurate because these guys, 1 in 5, according to Jim Morrison, these guys, they're not actually reptiles, to be fair. They're a bit more advanced than that. So reptoid is like, they're derived from, you know, reptilians, dinosaurs, getting into, you know, a long way back. Some of them apparently have evolved from the dinosaur. So how many of them are there? Well, Jim Morrison has this song, 1 in 5. He's another number, the Changeling. And as I say, the Lizard King. The Reptoids, they observe the kingship. Our guys know little of it. Primarily, you know, or usually. Anyway, that aside, 1 in 5 would make 20%. Then you've got David Icke, and he's come across the number of 5%. That'd be like 1 in 20. So there's a difference anyway, regardless of how many of them there are. What are they doing? And you know, I like to use the analogy. It's not actually, it's fact that if you're doing something as simple as thumbing apart 2 pages of a newspaper, things can happen in your field of vision, maybe just at the edge, a sound, a clang of plates. The matrix that we're in, it's designed to make everything as tough as possible. Excuse me. On the macro level, of course, it's the same. You know, if you're flying a Boeing 747, is that the model? Whatever. Anyway, it happens on the macro level too. So, yeah. What you might notice, as I said, if there's a clang of plates in a restaurant, if you're making a joke, one of their favourite tricks is to cause some kind of a distraction right on the punchline. Anyway, the reactionaryism of the Matrix. Now, in my last video, it got a few hits recently, so I'm happy enough with that. Prompted me to record another one. I talk about the polarity of stone. Now we know the way magnets repel, and magnets, they are stone. Well, are they metal? Anyway, they're of Earth origin, magnets, and I believe they're a form of a stone. And yeah, the way they repel, when you think about that, you've got the basis for the matrix, because it is an electromagnetic construct, and we're in the matrix. And I hate to, don't get all hot under the collar, but we're underground in a base in this electromagnetic field, and I maintain that this construct, it's grounded. It's run by the stone circles, possibly even the castles. Everything is run from Ireland. My Republican friends tell me that. But yeah, there are others like that have nothing to do with republicanism that will tell the same story. You can look up a guy called Tessarian, and he wrote a book called The Irish Origins of Civilization. And yeah, so India, excuse me, India, yeah, the caste system over there, that came from Ireland originally, and yeah, so that's out there in literature. So what else have we got going on? Yeah, so we're underground in a base in the electromagnetic construct, grounded, anchored by the stone circles and the Irish round towers and possibly the castles. You can develop your own theories in this game. But David Icke, yeah, 1 in 20. Jim Morrison, 1 in 5. The Changeling, great song, check that one out. The Changeling, of course, in Irish mythology, they do not like when you question that practice. So yeah, don't be overly worried about the Reptoids, because we're down as low as we can get, mankind. So you know, what do we get, 68 cycles, something like that. If it was possible to make things any tougher for us, the Dracos would be doing it. So yeah, the only way is up. It's like Yaz and the plastic population, and that's the stupidest joke ever. But if you look at music, folklore, the answers are out there. So let's get out of here as promptly as possible. Over and out. Chucky Garlaw, Richie O'Halloran.